I'm Lasha, and today I will be having a lesson with you about TOEFL. I have decided to teach you the reading module of the TOEFL exam, and probably you may know that in TOEFL there are 4 passages: reading, listening, writing, and speaking. And our lesson today will focus on reading part of the TOEFL exam. In the reading section of the TOEFL, you will see 3 passages, and there will be totally 30 questions in the reading part, and you will have 54 minutes to complete it. So for each question, if we calculate, you have 1 minute and 48 seconds. Let me write it for you as well. 1 minute 48 seconds for each question. Okay, this is the format of the new exam. TOEFL exam format was changed last year in 2019, and now you will see this kind of exam in IBT, internet-based exam. Sometimes instead of 3 passages, you might see additional 4th passage. So you can have maybe 4 passages with 40 questions and 72 minutes. This happens if the TOEFL Center decides to check the validity of new reading passage. So even if you have 4 passages in your exam, your score will be based only on 3 passages. So 1 passage will not be counted in your result, but you don't know which one it is. So 3 reading passages are the normal passages, and 1 is like exam. They are checking if it is good or not good, is it difficult or easy for students, okay? But the problem is you will not know which passage is the real passage and which one is not the real one. That can be a problem. Now I will talk about the normal situation if you have 3 passages and 30 questions. As I've told you, the time will be 54 minutes in this situation. In TOEFL exams, there are 10 different kinds of questions in the reading section. And today I will try to discuss maybe 4 or 5 types of questions, okay? Guys, at the same time, if you have any questions, you can write them in our YouTube comments and also Facebook. I'm checking both of them. We are also live on our Twitter account, but right now I can't check the Twitter messages. So for messages, please use YouTube and Facebook comment section, okay? I can't see myself right now, so let me check if everything is okay. Just 1 minute, please. Okay, good. Hi, Orhan, Fatih, Kardesh, and Usul. Now I see that we are live. Good. And let me also check the Facebook. Okay. Good, so we're live everywhere. Very nice. So as I've told you, today I will discuss the reading question types of TOEFL. I will explain how you need to choose the correct answer for the questions, how you need to solve the questions. I will teach you some techniques for it. And at the same time, I will have you practice some questions, okay? Let me start with the first type of question. The first type of question in TOEFL that you will see is about vocabulary. You will see a word and then you need to find which word can be used instead of this word. So it's like synonym. You need to find the synonym of the word. Let me write it for you. So the first type of question that we will discuss with you is vocabulary questions. Okay, good. Now let's learn some tips how we can do vocabulary questions. The first thing that you need to think about when you are doing vocabulary question is that you need to always understand the meaning of the word in the context. So maybe the word has different meaning generally, but in the context, in the paragraph, it might have a little bit different meaning, okay? So try to understand the meaning of the word in context. Now, how can you do this? For this, you need to read the sentence, definitely, and sometimes maybe you might need to read the sentence before or sentence after. So read the sentence containing this word, and sometimes you might need to read the sentence before and after. Okay. Another thing that you need to pay attention to is prepositions. Prepositions can help you find the correct answer sometimes in the paragraphs for these kind of questions. Prepositions, probably you understand, these are to, on, in, at, from, and these kind of words we call prepositions. And different verbs use different prepositions, and sometimes also different adjectives use different prepositions. So if you pay attention to the prepositions in the sentence, it can also help you find the correct answer from the possible words. For example, if you have a sentence like this, let me write one example for you. I visited Istanbul yesterday. And your highlighted word is visited. So you need to change this word visited. Okay. And let's imagine your possible answers are traveled. Do you think this one is correct here? Let's see your ideas, guys. Do you think we can change the word visited with traveled? Don't forget that right now we are focusing on prepositions. Does anyone remember which preposition do we need after travel? Okay, Orhan thinks it's not correct answer. Yes, it is not correct answer because after traveled, you will need to use to. I traveled to Istanbul. But in this sentence, we don't have preposition to. That's why traveled is not correct answer. If we have a possible answer like this, went. Do you think this is correct answer? Do you think we can use went in this sentence? I went Istanbul yesterday. Will it be true? Or do we need anything? After the verb go, which preposition do we need? If we are talking about place, of course, we need to use preposition to. I see some comments and some people think it is true and some people think it's not true. Of course, it is not true because we need to use again to. If there is no to, it is not correct. If we have possible answer like this, journeyed. Do you think this will be answer for our sentence? I journeyed Istanbul yesterday. We have the same problem with this verb. Again, after journey, we will need to use preposition to. So it will not be our correct answer because we need to say journeyed to Istanbul. So the meaning of journey, visit, went, and travel, they are all same. But in this situation, we can't use any of them. Okay, so none of them will be correct answers. The best answer that I can think of right now can be maybe I saw Istanbul. Of course, it is not exactly the same meaning with visited, but because of preposition, this will be the only correct answer that you could choose. So sometimes the words do not have exactly the same meaning. For example, visit and to see something, they do not have the same meaning, but in this sentence, this will be the best possible answer. Okay? The next thing that you need to pay attention is always try to find the root of the word. Do you know what is root? The root is where the word comes from, okay? If you see a word and you don't know the meaning of the word, you can think about where the word comes from, okay? Find the root of the word, where the word comes from. What is the root of the word? For example, I can provide you with something like this. Decompose. Does anybody know the meaning of the word decompose? Guys, do you know the meaning of decompose? Let's see in the comments if you understand. Orhan, unfortunately, I don't speak Turkish that well. You have written something in Turkish, but I can't understand the meaning of this word. Actually, it is very good thing. Sometimes, of course, during the exam, you will find the words that you don't know the meaning, and you still need to somehow understand the meaning of the word. In this situation, what you can do is try to identify in the sentence, first of all, the word is used as a verb or as a noun. It takes the place of subject or it takes the place of object, okay? With this one, maybe you can understand something. Then also one more thing. Think about one thing, if it is verb or adjective. Is it something good or bad? Is it positive or negative? This will also help you. Yes, decompose. If we take out the prefix D, okay, so we take out this prefix and we have compose left. Compose, maybe you understand that it means to create something. Decompose will be the opposite. So when you have something created and you try to not have it create. Okay? So Orhan's answer, not compose, is kind of correct. When something is composed and then you try to destroy it. Okay? Destroy will be decompose. So always try to find the root of the word. And here I will write it like this. D, it is prefix, and compose. If you don't know the meaning of the word compose, maybe you can think about composer, the person who writes music, so creator of the music, creator of the melody of the music, we call composer. The last thing that you need to do when you are dealing with vocabulary questions for TOEFL exam is, when you find the correct answer, which you think is correct, always put it in the sentence and read the sentence again. Put the chosen word in sentence. Read the sentence and check if it makes sense. Okay, so you have checked multiple answers A, B, C, D, and you have chosen that, okay, maybe C is correct answer. Put this word in the sentence and read the sentence using this word. So let's go through the steps again. First thing that you need to do is understand the meaning of the highlighted word in the context. In this situation, what the meaning is. Read the highlighted sentence containing highlighting word containing sentence, maybe sometimes one sentence before it and one sentence after it. Pay attention to prepositions in the sentence. Find the root of the word. Choose the correct answer, put it in the sentence and check. Okay? Now I will show you an example. There will be a short passage and several questions about this kind of skill, okay? And here we go. We have a passage about smog. And we have one word. First question is the word poised. The word poised in paragraph 1 is closest in meaning to interacting, sitting, blowing, or poisoning. Before we start checking the answers, I will give you one more hint. The word which looks the same or sounds the same is most of the time not correct answer. Okay, so poisoning and poised, they look same and they sound same. So in our situation, this will definitely not be the correct answer. Now let's check the sentence. And here we go. The brown haze that is poised over some of the world's largest cities is properly called smog, photochemical smog. I'm sure a lot of you don't know the meaning of the word poised because it is not a simple word. Now let's try to understand the meaning of the word in the context. So brown haze is something over the world's largest cities. Now let's imagine like this. Okay, I will use here to give you some example or drawing. So we have a city over here, and we read from the paragraph that the brown haze that is poised over some of the world's largest cities. Okay, so this is a city, and we have something here. So brown haze is poised over city. My Turkish is not very good, and I'm trying to insert something, to insert lines, but I don't know what is the name of line in Turkish, so I'm just trying to remember with the visual memory how it should look like. I think it will be here. Yes. Good. So, the situation we have like this. Maybe you don't understand the meaning of the haze. If we go back to the text, we see that the brown haze, then you have a clause finishes here. So the brown haze is called smog. Smog, maybe you understand, and smog over the city. Now let's check our answers. Do you think the correct answer is interacting, sitting, or blowing? Which one do you think should be correct answer for this one? And why? I'm waiting for your answers in the comments. We have one answer, sitting, and in this situation, absolutely true. Sitting will be our answer, and let's see why. Because if you go here, you see that the brown haze is poised over some of the world's largest cities. If I use interacting, after interacting, I need preposition interacting with. If I use blowing, it can be used without preposition, or it can be used with preposition up. So blow over will not be correct answer, and sitting will be the best possible answer because of two things, because of preposition and also because of the drawing that I have drawn with you. if you imagine city and something is poised over on top of it, so we can imagine that this brown haze is sitting on the city, over the city. Okay? So here the correct answer is sitting. Now let's see our second question. The phrase take place in paragraph 1 is closest in meaning to position themselves, put, are seated, or occur. Let's see the passage. And here we have, it results from chemical reactions that take place in the air. So chemical reactions take place in the air. Which one do you think is correct? Chemical reactions position themselves in the air. Chemical reactions put in the air. Chemical reactions are seated in the air, or chemical reactions occur in the air. Which one do you think is the best answer for question number 2? I'm waiting for your comments on YouTube or Facebook. I see some answers, and yes, you are correct. Occur is the best answer because chemical reaction happen and occur have the same meaning, and take place also has the same meaning with it. The next word that we have is forced. Before that, let me highlight our answer. So here the best possible answer will be occur. Question 3. The word forced in paragraph 1 could best be replaced by obliged, required, pushed, or commanded. The meaning of these words can be kind of similar, so we need definitely to check our sentence to understand the correct answer. And here it is. The nitric oxide is forced out in the air through the vehicle tailpipe along with other gases. Which one do you think is the best possible answer here? The nitric oxide is obliged out, required out, pushed out, or commanded out. Which one do you think is the best answer in this situation? Let me see if we have any comments on Facebook coming. Okay, I see Orhan's comment, and he thinks the correct answer is pushed. Let me ask you, Orhan, how did you find the answer? Why do you think it is pushed? Let me go back to the sentence and maybe you can explain it. Why do you think we need pushed? we have another answer. Also, Phyllis thinks that pushed is correct answer here. Yes, you are correct. The correct answer here will be pushed because pushed out, it makes sense. You can push something out. Yep, and it will be correct answer. So for number 3, we need answer C. Good job. Let's see question 4. If we, Asli is asking obliged. If we use obliged, we will not need to use, first of all, preposition out. And second, in this situation, it will not have exactly the same meaning. If we have different sentence, for example, I'm forced to do something, yes, in that sentence we can use I'm obliged to do something. It will have same meaning, but not in this situation. Generally, in other situations, they have same meaning. Let's see question number 4. The word hue in paragraph 2 is closest in meaning to color, odor, thickness, or smoke. If we go to the sentence, we will see over here, when the gas reaches the air, it comes into contact with available oxygen from the atmosphere and combines with the oxygen to produce nitrogen dioxide, NO2, which is a gas with a brownish hue. If you don't know the meaning of hue, it is very easy to understand because over here, look at gas. A gas with a brownish what? Brownish color, brownish odor, brownish thickness, or brownish smoke. Which one do you think is correct answer for this question? Color, odor, thickness, or smoke? I see first comment, color, and of course it is absolutely correct. We can only have brown color. We cannot have brown odor or brown thickness. We can say brown smoke, but if you look at the sentence, gas is also some kind of smoke. So smoke with a brown smoke, it doesn't make sense. So definitely the best answer here will be color. If you don't know the meaning of odor, maybe some of you don't know, I will give you an example. Deodorant. We have already learned today what is D. It is prefix. Deodorant. Ant, A-N-T, it makes noun. For example, account, accountant. So, deodorant comes from odor. What does deodorant do? It makes the smell go away. So, odor is same with smell. So here, definitely the correct answer is color. Okay. And we have last question for this type of question, number 5. The phrase plays a role in paragraph 2 is closest in meaning to, makes fun of, serves a function in, acts the part of, moves about in. Let's check the sentence and then we decide which one is correct answer. This nitrogen dioxide plays a role in the formation of acid rain in wetter or more humid climates and tends to decompose back into the nitric oxide as it releases an oxygen atom from each molecule. It's enough to read until here, and let's see. This nitrogen dioxide makes fun of the formation of acid rain, serves a function in the formation of acid rain, acts the part of the formation of acid rain, or moves about in the formation of acid rain. Guys, which one do you think is correct answer? A, B, C, or D? I'm waiting for your comments. I see from your comments that people give me letter C as the correct answer. Yeah, play a role in something is kind of same meaning as to act some kind of part in something, but if you look grammatically it will not be correct because we need to use acts as the part. If there was as, okay, your answer would be correct. But because we don't have as, this nitrogen dioxide acts the part of the formation does not actually make sense. So in this situation, the best answer would of course be B. Let's read the sentence using the correct answer. This nitrogen dioxide serves a function in the formation of acid. So it is part of the formation. It has some function in the formation. Plays a role in, serves a function in, meaning is same. Grammatically also it looks good. So in this situation, this will be our answer, okay? The correct answer is B and not C. I hope you understand why we used B in this situation and not C. If you do not have any questions about these type of readings questions, then I will move to second type of question, which is called reference. If you have some questions, you can write and I will go back, okay? So second type of question that we will discuss today is called reference questions. Probably you understand the meaning of reference. It means refer to something. And questions here usually ask about pronouns and sometimes also determiners or relative pronouns. What do they refer to? For example, you see in a sentence, eat, and the question asks, what does this eat refer to? What is the meaning of eat in this sentence? What you need to do here is, first of all, you need to read the sentence with highlighted word. And definitely, not definitely, actually, sometimes you can understand only from the sentence, but most of the times you will need to read the sentence before. So you need to read highlighted word containing sentence, and also most of the time you will also need to go one sentence before. Sometimes you might also need to go two sentences before, okay? When you read the sentence, always understand the reference. The reference in our sentence, is it about object or is it about subject? Okay, this is one of the things that you also need to understand. Let me give you an example like this. Imagine you have some sentences like this and your highlighted word is eat. And the question is, what does eat refer to? I read a sentence and I understand. My mom loves eat. So in this situation, eat is our object. I can't understand only with this sentence what it is. So I go to a sentence before. It is blue. Again, I see the same it. So I can't understand what is the meaning of it. So I need to go to a sentence before that. I bought a bike. Aha. So bike is blue. My mom loves bike. So the answer here will be, of course, a bike. I come from it to this it. And then because I don't understand what is it, I need to go again to one before that. Okay, I hope you understand how we need to solve these kind of questions. So the key thing here is to read the sentence with a highlighted word and understand what it is in this sentence. Then read the sentence before. Sometimes maybe read two sentences before and decide what your pronoun refers to. If you see a sentence like this, of course, it's easy to find an answer, but in TOEFL, the sentence structures will be more difficult, and it will be more difficult to find the reference. But if you know grammar well, you will do very well in these kind of questions. It will not be very difficult for you to do these kinds of questions, okay? I see comment from Asli, bike. Yeah, you are absolutely true. In this situation, our answer will be bike. Now let's talk about relative pronouns, and I will give you example with relative pronoun. For example, I saw a woman who was wearing a green dress. And our highlighted word is who. When we have relative pronouns, they cannot jump into another sentence. So the answer is usually the nearest noun before it. Okay? And I see from the sentence that the nearest noun before who is woman. So in this case, who refers to a woman. It doesn't refer to I, for example, okay? So in here, the correct answer will be woman. Okay, I think it's very easy to understand this situation. So if you have pronouns or determiners, you will go to a sentence before. If you have relative pronoun, you will find answer in the same sentence. So these are two skills that we have learned now. Number one was about vocabulary, and number two was reference question. Let's have break now for 15 minutes, and then we can continue with some new skills.